This is TaskSpoon, the series where I aim to complete the collection log one random task at a time. After nearly 2 years and over 4,000 hours of gameplay, I'm finally ready to take on RuneScape's endgame as I venture into the elite tier. Welcome to Season 4 of TaskSpoon. Hello everybody and welcome to episode 165 of the TaskSpoon series. In the last video, I did some Zul'jana, I did some medium clues, I got a champion scroll, which was the last one I needed for my champion Scape, and we ended the video by rolling a task to get a piece of the Dagon High robes, which I did a little bit of in the last video, but I was getting PK'd a lot, and I tried to stall by going and doing some fishing and editing, and then I went back, and I was still being PK'd, so I had to end the video. So, in this video, we're starting off right there. We're gonna go do some Wildy Slayer. The first time I had a Dagon High robe task, I ended up getting the Dagon High robe top, and I used the rest of the keys that I had on me, and I ended up getting a second one, so it was a little disappointing. I didn't get two different pieces, and I never even would have had to do this task. But I will say, in the last video, my luck was pretty good, and I was doing some Revenants because I had a task to do it, and it ended up getting 2 more Revenant uniques, so I have no more Revenant uniques on the spreadsheet because of those 2, which is really nice. And I'm just going to continue. I've opened, let me see, 37 Larran's big chests, and I already have a piece, which is already way under rate, so I'm not really expecting anything, but these Wildy PKers have been quite relentless recently, so I'm going to try my best. I actually did finish the task I was on in between videos, and I got 2 more keys, but I'm going to stack up a few, and then we'll go and open them. In the last video, I was talking about how I had a few tasks left that were in the wilderness that I was hoping to do at the same time, and one of them is a Wildy boss unique, which I would specifically love to go to Spindle and get a Voidwaker gem. That is the last piece of the Voidwaker that I'm missing, and I actually just got Spider's task, 69, nice. So I'm gonna go kill some Spindle. The problem is, as I'm recording this, it is currently like 6 p.m. on a Friday, which means that this is like actually peak times for me. So I don't really want to go and do it right now. So instead, I'm going to go and do the thing that I've been doing in all of my videos recently, where I'm going to go work on skill unrelated to my task to work towards max. And for me today, that will be a smithing level. And I'm actually going to go to Blast Furnace and go and make some bars. Specifically, I'm going to make some steel bars because I'm starting to run out of cannonballs because I've been using a lot during this Wildy Slayer and dying a little bit and losing some. And I'm also going to make some gold. I have 25,000 gold ore, so I'm going to do some of that, some steel bars, make some cannonballs, kill some time, and then once the wilderness dies down a bit, we'll go and kill Spindle. Usually for my random smithing levels, I've just been doing Giant's Foundry. I have so many alchemies from Slayer that I save specifically for that purpose, but I figured, like I said, I wanted some steel bars to make cannonballs in a bit, and I might as well do my gold while I'm here, and I did my runite as well. But I realized that I actually have a lot of gold, way more than I need to get 1 level. In fact, I think I probably have 2.5 levels worth banked already. So I think I'm probably just going to give up on this at some point and go back to Giant's Foundry, because I don't really need the gold, and I don't really like this. It's kind of boring, so yeah, but I did all my iron into steel, and I did all my runite, so yeah, there's your update. Okay, so first of all, I want to apologize. The program that makes my mic actually work had crashed, which is why there's no audio in that last clip, but I did get 94 smithing, which was very easy and a lot faster than I anticipated. And then I did some math, and I realized that I actually had pretty much the exact right amount of gold to get 1 more level, along with a little bit of adamant, which I already did. And now, I mean, I might as well. My sports game just ended, but I'm like less than an hour away from 95. So I'm just going to stay here and do it. And hopefully by the time I'm done, I can go over to Spindle and hopefully not die. All right, and this is going to do it. 95 smithing. like I said, that was really fast. I guess I haven't done gold at Blast Furnace in a while, and I forgot just how good the XP per hour is. But yeah, that is pretty sick, and we can move on. That was actually another good place to test the run energy changes. I remember before, if I didn't have a stamina going and I did like 2 inventories, I would go to like literally 0 run energy. And with that, as long as I was doing the walking method, where you don't unnecessarily run, I could actually go like 3, 4, 5, 6 inventories without actually needing to stamina. I'd still be at like 50%, which is pretty cool. I think it's safe to say I really like the new energy changes. Okay, spider time. Like I said before, the Voidwaker gem is what I'm after here, but the Treasonous Ring would also complete the task on the spreadsheet, and then theoretically I could just come back here whenever I wanted, so either one is good. But here we go. An elite clue on my first kill. Nice. I've been trying to figure out why it's been so busy at Spindle and just everywhere in the wilderness recently. I haven't shown you guys, I deleted a bunch of the clips, but I've been getting attacked a lot, like every 5-10 minutes, but it's been fine. I have my scout out front, so I haven't actually been attacked, but yeah. Anyway, I was trying to figure out why it's been so busy in the wilderness, and I realized they still, technically, Leagues is still up right now, even though, like, no one's playing. But so many worlds got converted to Leagues worlds when Leagues was popular. And so there isn't that many worlds to hop through in the wilderness right now. Which makes sense why I'm seeing the same people over and over again, because they're just hopping through all the worlds, which there just aren't that many of. But at least that makes me feel a little better. Hopefully this dies down. I think it's Leagues ends in like 4 days if I'm still out here. But yeah, never really considered that. All right, last kill of the spider's task. Did we get anything? We didn't get anything. Okay, but I did just remember something. I don't know why I didn't think of this before, but the Slayer Cape also works for Wilderness Slayer. So all those Revenants tasks that I did, I probably should have gone with the Slayer Cape. Because I would have loved back-to-backs on those, but it's not like my Slayer Cape works anyway, so yeah. I'm not really sure the best way to do this in terms of the Larran's keys. You know, I want to take a bunch out there because I want the highest chance at finishing the task, but at the same time, don't really want to be taking a massive stack of Larran's keys out in the deep wilderness, so I'll probably just build up a little stack and go and do them, build up stack, go and do them like usual. But I don't really know how many I want to get, and I don't really know how many I have now that I'm saying this out loud, so maybe after this task I'll go and check. So, it turns out the number of Larran's keys I had was 9, and I figured that's enough to go out and try my luck. Now, obviously, not the best chances of actually being done, but you never know. Yep, that's to be expected. Although, honestly, I'm okay with not getting the item. The more Wilderness Slayer I get to do, the more chances for Spider's task, which means that I can have more chances at that Voidwaker gem. So maybe I'll get one right now. No, Ice Warriors. Huh. Okay, that was like the best task I could have possibly asked for. When I first got the Dust Devils task, I was thinking, I was already happy, you know, barrageable, in the Wilderness Slayer cave, good chance at Larran's keys, with superiors. Unfortunately, it didn't get a single superior in 291 kills, which is unlucky. But I did get 8 Larran's keys from that one task, and it took me like 20 minutes. That was crazy. Which means that I've got 11 Larran's keys to open, and you know what that means. We're gonna go try our luck. Again, not the best odds, but you never know. Sag. It happened! The first back-to-back Slayer Cape proc. Let's go! Well, not quite as good of a task as the last time, but I still did get 4 Larran's keys, which isn't bad. And what if we got triple back-to-back? Imagine, though. I feel like this happens every time I have a wilderness task, where it's just been so long since I've done anything substantial in the wilderness that, ooh, a key, nice, good timing, that I just sort of don't feel like doing it. I don't like having to pay attention to my screen the whole time, and don't like losing stuff to PKers, and I just don't want to do it. But then once I actually start doing it, it's not too bad. I mean, honestly, I'm getting pretty good at knowing where and when PKers are going to come, and I haven't actually been attacked in many, many hours of Slayer, so sometimes I complain a little bit, but honestly, I can see the appeal. I think part of it was just sort of understanding that I really don't lose, like, anything when I die. Like, I might lose the loot that I got on that trip, but my trips are only ever so long, you know, it can't be that valuable, otherwise I would have left the wilderness. And the only other thing that I really lose is supplies, and for starters, most of what I have is wilderness supplies anyway, that I don't really care about. And for two, I think it's just because I have that sort of brain thing where when I'm playing a game, I don't like to use my consumables. Like, I'm the kind of guy that at the end of an RPG, I'll have an inventory full of, like, potions and food that I never use, just because I always want to save it in case I really need it, but then I never really need it because, well, it's just a video game. So I think once I get over those few things and realize that dying really doesn't matter, then I'm less scared of dying, and then I can actually have fun. So if you wanted any advice, if you are sort of the same as me in that regard, just, it's a video game. Just don't take it too seriously. Okay, I don't know how much of that I got on recording, but I had to teleport away because of some PKers, and then my cannon kept killing them, and I got 2 Trover parchments that theoretically are just sitting on the ground over here. That's so funny. I was so confused. I was reading clan chat, someone was talking to me, and I saw the Trover parchments, and I was like, I didn't read the name, so I was like, oh, someone else is doing Wildy Slayer. And then I was like, wait, that's me! By the way, if you didn't know, it is the next day, and there are a lot more PK. Wow, literally the first kill I get Larran's key. That's awesome. Sorry. There's a lot more PKers out right now, and that means that these tasks are going by a little bit slower, having to constantly teleport away and run back, and it's just sort of annoying. Wow, and a superior. This clip is blessed. Oh my goodness. But that's why I'm using a cannon here at Dust Devils instead of barraging. I find that barraging, it just increases the likelihood that they're able to get a TB off on me while I'm not really paying attention because I'm luring or stacking or trying to change weapons or whatnot. So I've just been killing these with the cannon, and it's going okay, but what I was gonna say was I might have to sort of do a little pattern of when the wilderness is busy, I'll go and do some smithing training. Like I said, I've got lots to do over at Giant's Foundry, and then in the evenings or early mornings, I can come back to the wilderness when there's less people out here. But yeah, this clip is crazy. Imagine if I got like a eternal gem there or something. But yeah, I feel like that's a nice way to mix things up. I can do a little bit of smithing here and there. I can do a little bit of Wilderness Slayer. Hopefully, by the end of all of this, I end up with a Dagon High piece and another smithing level or two. I believe Giant's Foundry with the method I was doing was like 275, 280k an hour. So getting another level would only be like 3 hours of smithing, which is not bad at all. So maybe get a few smithing levels, get some Wilderness Slayer done, you know. Or maybe I don't have to worry about any of that because I've got 15 Larran's keys to go and open, and maybe we're already done. Again, the odds are not great, but you never know. Yeah, I don't know why. I had so much faith that time. I don't know why. I just felt like that was going to be it. But, oh well. 2 mil worth of loot, though, and 15 keys. I never actually really, like, look at the loot, because most of it doesn't matter, but Larran's just pretty good, huh? Okay, so to kill some time, I went and made all my steel bars into cannonballs, so I got a bunch of those to use for my Wilderness Slayer, and I immediately went out to go and try and use them, and within like 2 minutes, there was a PKer, I teleported, went back, same guy was still there. I just decided it wasn't worth it. So I'm going to do some Giant's Foundry, and yeah, I've got a bunch of alchemables in here ready to go. I've been saving these forever, pretty much. I have like 150 mil worth of alks here, just ready to go for Giant's Foundry, so we're just going to get started. Even if I run out of these, like I think I'm going to run out of the Addy stuff, because I'm doing the 19.9 for Addy Rune alloys. I have a bunch of bars as well that I can use, so I should be set. Yeah, I feel like Wildy Slayer is in a really weird spot right now, especially because of what I was saying before about the League's worlds. But it feels like sometimes you can go like hours without seeing anyone, and then other times you'll see someone like every 2 to 10 minutes, and you just can't get anything done because you're constantly teleporting out and running back. And yeah, so this is what I'm going to be doing. I definitely think that I don't mind when there's PKers, like, for example, running around the wilderness cave trying to find you, but it really sucks when you have a task, for example, like a Dust Devil's task, where there's only one place in the wilderness you can do it. And someone knows that, and therefore they're just hopping through worlds, only checking the one place that they know you are, and it makes it so you basically can't do anything. So I'm not going to waste my time. Instead, I'm going to be productive and work towards maxing. Also, I wanted to mention this because I was really confused when I was trying to learn how Giant's Foundry worked. The reason I'm doing the 919 Addy Rune method is to keep my sword at a lower difficulty bracket. So for those of you that don't know, there's 5 difficulties that each sword can be based on the score, but you can see this add-on shows the score right there. The metal I've put in has added 118 score, and the molds that I have added 61 score. And the higher the score is, the higher the difficulty will be. And by doing the 919 method, it keeps it so your sword will never be the highest difficulty. And the highest difficulty makes it so you have a lot more different actions, and you have each station you have less time at. So it's a lot more running around, changing the heat level, going to a station for a little bit of time, and then running and changing it again. And what actually ends up happening is, even though you're on the higher difficulty, so your score is higher, so you get more XP per sword, it ends up taking so much longer per sword that you end up around the same XP per hour. So this way, I'm getting the same XP per hour as if I was doing an even split, but I'm using less rune items, which just means that I can do it for longer. Which I don't know if that's entirely necessary, considering how many I have. I don't think I'll even come close to going through all these, but I figured that it's both easier and faster, in my opinion. So there you go. If you're wondering why people do the 919 method, that's why. In fact, if I remember in editing, I'll try to put a side-by-side comparison of the UI up here of the highest difficulty sword, the even split, versus what I'm doing right now, the 19.9, and you should be able to see the difference. And a couple hours of smithing later, this should do it. Yes, I would like another commission. 96 smithing, very cool. 97 spiders, Cristelia, thank you very much. Hey, a dragon pickaxe. Ooh, I got the ring! Let's go! Unfortunately, not the perfect unique to get. Obviously, like I said before, would love a Voidwaker gem, but that is the last Wildy boss unique we need on the spreadsheet, so that is cool. The Treasonous Ring itself, I don't really know if I have many or any uses for it, but tick that off the list. That is the Stab Ring, by the way, which it's kind of hard to get +4 stab bonus when you have +12 strength bonus in a ring, but very happy to have that, happy to tick that off the spreadsheet, and now we just need that Voidwaker gem. The good thing about getting the ring is now that I have all of the Wildy boss uniques done on the spreadsheet, as per my own rules, I am allowed to go and kill them whenever I want. That's sort of my rule, is once I'm done with the task on the spreadsheet, I can do the activity whenever, as long as it pertains to the task that I want to do. And there is still one task on the spreadsheet that I would really, really like a Voidwaker before I do it. So now that I've done all the Wildy boss tasks, I can probably just go and get that whenever I roll it. So that's great. I also did go and look up where the Treasonous Ring is actually usable on the wiki, and the answer is basically nowhere, as I expected. It's just not. You would never use it, really. Alright, and there is the end of the Spider Slayer task. 2 Larran's keys, 1 Treasonous Ring, all things considered, pretty good. But what would make it even better is if I got a back-to-back Cristelia, please? No. Gonna take a quick break from the wilderness. I've got a master and an elite clue to go and do, and just when the wilderness is starting to heat up again, I managed to do all of that last night and this morning, and it's getting to be peak times again, so you know what that means. Clues and then probably smithing. Alright, and a couple of caskets here. I have no more master or elite clue tasks left on the spreadsheet, so I can open these whenever I want, and I want. Okay, well that's nice. Okay, cool, great, lovely. By the way, I realize now that you can't get a master clue from a master casket, so I didn't actually need to drop it on the ground, but that did remind me of something I wanted to bring up. They finally got rid of the invisible timer between when you are allowed to receive a master clue, so you no longer need to wait the 30 seconds after getting one to get another one. You do still have to drop it on the ground because you can't have two of the same clue at once, but really nice for me that they got rid of that, because it always sucked every time I got a master clue having to sit there and wait for 30 seconds. Alright, and there is the other master casket. Awesome, great, yeah, lovely. Anyways, you already know what it is. I am back at Giant's Foundry. I'm really enjoying the smithing training right now, and while I have the motivation to do it, I'm definitely going to try and get it done. And I just want to say, I'm once again pleading, Jagex, please make a button that lets us just deposit our whole inventory of stuff in here. This is so annoying. Alright, and with this sword, there is another smithing level, a 97 smithing, a nice clean 300 swords made. This is going by so fast. I never really did Giant's Foundry, at least not at a high level before, and this is crazy good experience. I don't really know what the exact XP per hour I'm getting is, just because I never reset my tracker from the smithing I did before, but I feel like I've only been here like an hour and a half, and that was like 50% of a level, which doesn't seem right, but either way, I'm going to do this for a little bit longer, and then, like I said, we'll jump back and forth, but I'm feeling it right now, so I'm just going to keep going. Okay, hello and good morning to the gamers. I'm so back. Today is Wednesday, which means that they did their update today, which didn't really change. Wow, another Larran's key. What is with me getting Larran's keys right when I start recording? Sorry. They did another update today. They didn't really change much in terms of core gameplay. A lot of stuff having to do with the League's rewards, and most importantly, today was the last day. So that means that all of the worlds that were League's worlds are back to normal worlds. You can see them all here, which means that being out in the wilderness is just generally safer. Even though I don't specifically go to those worlds, the fact that they exist means that the PKers will hop through them as well, which means that it is less likely that they will come to my world and try and kill me. So I'm much more happy to be out in the wilderness again, which is obviously what I'm doing now. Still going to continue doing what I was doing, going between the wilderness and smithing training, but now, hopefully, the wilderness part will go smoother. I still just can't believe how fast Giant's Foundry is for smithing XP. Like, even just last night after getting that level, I managed to get another 45% of the way to the next level. Just through really passive, I was just watching a movie, doing a little bit of smithing, you know, winding down before bed, and all of a sudden I'm almost halfway to another level. I can just tell, even though I didn't really have any intention of doing that much smithing in this video, I'm gonna end up with 99. That's just the way my brain works. I can't leave it there. It's so close and it's so fast that I might as well just get it. And once I get that, I mean, we're in the home stretch. One fishing level and the rest runecrafting and agility till max. That's so cool. 16 levels away. It's so close, but yet so far. Oh, hey, would you look at that? Another Revenant's task. That's still pretty good, even though I don't need the uniques for the spreadsheet. I still am looking for any of the Rev weapons would be awesome, and more ancient crystals, and I mean, any collection log slot would be great. So this is good. Man, I was just about to record a clip that I hadn't been attacked for like an hour at Revs, which has never happened to me before, and then immediately someone came and almost got me. Fortunately, I was fast on the teleport, but that was almost really good. I will say though, I am loving this new method that I'm doing where I just stay in this little cubby down here. Pretty much every PKer has to run up this way and then I see them coming, or they have to log in sort of underneath me and I just teleport away before they can actually attack me. And I don't think I've actually been attacked this entire task. Now, like I said before, I had a long streak there where I didn't even see anyone, but the few people that did get to me, I was able to TP away before they actually hit me, so all in all, a very good task. And there was the last kill. Unfortunately, no new uniques, but we did get a couple Larran's keys. Really, on my last kill, I have 1 kill left, and there's a PKer. I'm so upset. I didn't even really get it on the recording, because I had just stopped to record something because it was the last kill of the task. And sure enough, some guy just comes running up there. Now I gotta run all the way back, kill 1 demon, just pick up my cannon. Anyways, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, Abyssal Demon task, pretty good. Turns out, you know, a Wilderness Slayer cave is good, Superiors are good. The start of it wasn't looking so great, but the last, like, 100 kills, I got 3 more Larran's keys with a Superior, so we've got 14, so I'm gonna go open them. Oh, my recorder didn't turn on, so I have 13 keys now, as I got some gold ore there, but let's do this, hoping for a Dagon High hat, Dagon High robe bottom. No! Oh, I saw the Dagon High. I got another top. Oh, that's so unfortunate. That might actually be, like, the saddest thing that's ever happened to me on this game. 3 Dagon High robe tops with no hats, no bottoms. That's just... what a slap in the face. I just have to keep reminding myself that technically I've only opened the chest 88 times, and I believe it is a 1 in 84 or something to get any of the pieces. So the fact that I do have 3 Dagon High pieces is good luck, sort of, but man, does it feel bad. One nice thing about this task is because of the fact I don't have a normal Slayer streak, I don't really have any way to get Slayer points. Anytime I'm doing Slayer, I'm turtle skipping for the task that I want, and that doesn't give you points. Not that I really need them, but sometimes it's nice to build up a little stack. Which right now I've just been using them to skip tasks to try and make it faster, and skipping for specifically tasks that are good for Larran's keys. But I think going forward, I'm going to do all these tasks that I was skipping, like bears, for example. The chance of actually getting a Larran's key from these bears is so low, but realistically, I shouldn't bother spending the points to skip it, considering how fast it is. I'll just consider this sort of like a point boosting task, and try and build up a little bit, just because I noticed I had gone down. I think I started around 1,000 points, and I'm at 714, although I am about to get my 50 streak. But either way, this is nice to get some Slayer points. So after the incident yesterday at the Larran's chest, I really just didn't feel like doing any more Wilderness Slayer for the evening, so put on a couple movies, did a bunch of smithing, and I'm sure you already know what's coming up, but there is 98 smithing, 1 more level to go. I still just can't believe how good Giant's Foundry is. Now, not only have I mentioned a million times how good the XP per hour is, which it is amazing, but more importantly, the ability to use armor, and in my case, just like random Slayer drops for smithing experience is so nice on an Iron Man. Iron Man smithing training used to be really annoying. Bars don't really give that much experience, both smelting them and using them for smithing. And I remember trying to train smithing on an Iron Man before was so slow and so painful to gather all the materials. Compared to this, it's a complete change of pace. Like, the speed is different, the gameplay is different, the materials are different. It's incredible. I'm so happy they added this. Oh yeah, I also forgot to record a clip yesterday. I did go and get another Slayer task, and I actually got another Revenant's task, which is great. And that was partially the reason why I came over to Giant's Foundry, just because I didn't really feel like going and killing Revenants. So we have that to look forward to in a bit as well. Alright, well, I'm sure that many, or maybe most, or maybe even all of you know what I'm about to say, but, I did it! 99 smithing has been acquired. Oh, that feels good. Yeah, I don't know, like I said before, I just wasn't feeling Wilderness Slayer today, and the smithing was going well and going by quickly, and I just sorta did it, so Yeah, another skill checked off. 3 skills left to go. So close, yet so far. And of course, I'm going to go and buy the smithing cape. Not the most useful cape. It only really helps doing blast furnace, which I don't plan on doing because the only reason I was doing it was for XP, really. But in the future, if I ever want to smith rune bars, it is slightly useful there. So, yeah, sure. Also, if I do ever want to go for post 99 smithing XP for some reason, it does make smithing gold there a lot easier, not having to swap between the goldsmithing gauntlets and the ice gloves, just being able to camp the gloves and wear the cape, and it acts as goldsmithing gauntlets if you didn't know. But yeah, realistically, not super useful. Unfortunately, now that I'm done my smithing grind, I don't really have anything else to stall doing this task with, so instead, I do have 6 Larran's keys I'm going to quickly open. There's a chance that we're already done, and I, in fact, don't have to do any more Wildy Slayer, but unlikely, but we'll see what happens. Alright, fine, I'll go and do Wildy Slayer. Yo, let's go! Oh my goodness! I'm sorry, I just woke up literally minutes ago, but I got an Amulet of Avarice. That is very cool. Unfortunately, by far the worst of the 4 options on that drop table. The Avarice is on the same drop table as the Rev weapons, and I would have very, very strongly preferred the Rev weapons because of the method that I'm doing, but that is very cool. So I did go and look it up, and there is a 1 in 1,173 chance to hit that drop table, and then when you hit the drop table, 2 out of the 5 options are the amulet, and 3 of 5 are the other 3 Revenant weapons. So technically, it's slightly more likely to have gotten a Rev weapon, but pretty close to a 50-50 there, so I can't complain. And the Amulet of Avarice is very good, just not for what I want to do right now, but if you don't know, the Amulet of Avarice essentially works like a salve amulet while at Revs, so you get the 20% damage and accuracy, and it also automatically skulls you and keeps you skulled as long as you wear it, which means that you have increased drop rates at Revenants for all of the uniques, as well as it makes all of the drops noted, so all of the, alkables and, the plate bodies, the kite shields, all of that is noted, so you don't have to bank as much. Which is cool, but realistically, most of the time when I go bank, it's because there's a PK or not because I ran out of inventory space. But yeah, very cool drop, just not that useful for me right now. Man, it would have been so much cooler if that was just a crossbow. I already have the fangs from Venenatus or from Spindle. I could have a Webweaver bow right now, and then I could go back and use it to kill the Revs, and man, that would be so cool. Realistically, I probably could come up with a pretty good setup with the Magic Shortbow imbued and just getting rid of all of my protected items. So instead of bringing the quiver, just bring an accumulator and black d'hide, and then Magic Shortbow imbued with some broad arrows that I don't care about losing. And I probably could use the Avarice out here, but I just don't really feel like it right now. I've got a setup. I've only got 40 kills left. Maybe next task, if I get another Revenant's task, I'll mess around with a different setup with it. I'm so happy I decided to come and finish this Revs task off this morning. Today is the day that I'm supposed to start editing, and I was going to just go right to the fishing, but I figured I'm already geared up and I only had 40 kills left, so I decided to just come out to the Revs first, and like I said, almost immediately rewarded with the amulet. That is so cool. Alright, well there is the end of the Revenant's task. Unfortunately, no Larran's keys, but I guess I can't really complain about how the task went, so moving on. Like I said, I'm going to go do some editing. This video needs to come out, tomorrow, so I need to get at least the beginning part of this edited, and then I'll probably try and come back to this and see what I can do, but I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this task in this video. But at least I can make even more progress towards maxing while I edit. This is one of the 3 skills that I have left, which all I need is 800,000 fishing XP to max, so you already know I'm going to be fishing Cromwans. Alright gamers, here's the deal. I am running out of time. I need to get this video recorded, edited, and uploaded. So I'm going to give myself a time limit of 4 hours to go and try and get as many Larran's keys as possible. We will go and open all of those Larran's keys, and whether we get the thing or not, we will have to end the video. I have a skeleton's task, which unfortunately I'm not going to go do at Vedion or Calvarion, simply because, like I said, I'm giving myself a time limit here, and that would take way too long. And also, I don't really care about anything because I got absolutely spooned on the Voidwaker blade. So later I will eventually want the Ring of the Gods, maybe the Skull. But for now, I'm just going to quickly do this task. And like I said, try and farm some keys, and we'll see how far I get. So I accidentally clicked on this crevice, and when I went through, some of the abyssal demons followed me by teleporting. I think because my cannon was hitting them, and their teleport mechanic goes off when they get hit. And so now I just have a couple of the abyssal demons on this side of the wall that I'm trying to kill because I need them on the other side so I can farm them efficiently. But every time I go back over there, more abyssal demons come with me, and I don't know what to do, man. Man, I'm very happy I got away from those guys, because I was being super greedy. I had 5 kills left on my task. I was just trying to finish it, but I have 5 Larran's keys in my looting bag, so that would have been really sad. I'm not showing most of them, because this video would literally be like 2 hours long, but I am essentially being attacked like every 5-10 minutes. I'm at like peak times right now. Like I said, I upload these videos on Saturdays, so I'm trying to get this done and uploaded before then. So this is like Friday afternoon pushing evening, which is like peak player base. So I kind of expect it to be busy out in the wilderness, but it really does suck. I am making very, very slow progress out here. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. I'm already forced to teleport out because someone logged in underneath me. I'm trying to run back, and there's 100 people in the Wildy Slayer cave. Like, I don't know, man. So, yeah, I guess that is where I'm going to end the Slayer for the video. I did get 9 Larran's keys in the last few hours, so I guess there is a chance, but let's go try and open those without dying. The funny thing is, I don't really care about keeping the Dagon High piece, so at the very least, if on my way to or from the Larran's chest, if I get attacked, as long as I make it there and use all of the keys to open it to get it in the collection log, I wouldn't really care if I died. Now, obviously, I would rather keep the loot or the Dagon High piece if I get it, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. But anyway, 9 keys, let's do it. Yeah, very sad. So that's where I'm gonna have to call this video. It is super unfortunate. I was really hoping to finish this task this video. I've been on the task for like 10 days now, maybe, and my brain does not like being in the wilderness this much. I like RuneScape because I don't have to pay attention 100% of the time while I play, and Wildy Slayer kind of ruins that aspect for me, but I have been getting pretty lucky on a lot of stuff, so I'm hoping that going forward we can continue that. Technically, I am only at 103 chests open, and you should expect your second Dagon High piece around 128. And the fact that I've got 3 Dagon High tops already is technically lucky. It's just really sad, but yeah, this is where I'm gonna have to end the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button, check if you're subscribed, all the YouTube stuff, leave me a comment, I don't know, and I'll see you in the next one. And I want to give a big thank you to all of my channel members, but a special thank you to my tier 3 Big Spoon channel members: Alchemist BTW, Jack Staumer, Zach Martin, Luxitaire, Tony Adkins, Dolph, Fading Shadow, Mondeep Bassi, Frank Chandler, and 3 Up 3 Down. And if you want to see your name here in the credits for the rest of the season, consider becoming a channel member. The lowest tier is only $2 a month, and it really helps me out. Thank you.